Hey, what's up guys? Quinn here. For today's video, I'm going to be updating you on my classroom aquariums, specifically my 75-gallon Predator tank, as well as some exciting updates that I have in store for the classroom. You definitely do not want to miss out on these because my classroom is going to be looking a lot different in the next few weeks. If you have not done it already, please hit that subscribe button. We really appreciate your support, and let's dive right in. Starting with the 75-gallon Predator tank, I've had to make some changes since you've last seen this tank. This tank was stocked with my Jack Dempsey, Green Terror, Convict, and Salvini. I've dealt with a lot of aggression in this tank as all four of these fish are very aggressive. 2 years ago when I got this tank up and running, the fish were all pretty small and aggression wasn't an issue. The Jack Dempsey was definitely the tank boss to start as he was the biggest in the tank. His awesome coloration made this clearly evident. However, over time, the Salvini and Green Terror grew and made this tank seem much smaller than the start. Territorial aggression began to take place, and the Salvini quickly overtook Jack as the tank boss. Her coloration was something to behold, as was her aggression. Jack lost a lot of his color, and the Salvini would relentlessly chase the fish around the tank. This eventually came to a head when I noticed my Green Terror was not doing well. Joker began swimming in strange patterns and seemed disoriented. The Salvini took this as an opportunity to be even more aggressive. I thought this erratic swimming from the Green Terror was a swim bladder issue, which likely came from an injury fighting with the Salvini. I made the decision to move Sal out of the tank to give Joker an opportunity to heal in a more peaceful environment. I moved the Salvini to the 20-gallon long as a temporary home until I decided what to do with her in the long term. This tank was previously home of my crayfish, more to come on him in a future video. Ultimately, I decided to rehome her to an outstanding local fish store with enough space to give her a great home for the time being. Aquatica is as good as it gets when it comes to taking fish in and providing them with a good match for their future. They've also taken my Jack Dempsey juveniles when the quarantine hit last year. This was also a very difficult decision for me, as she was such a beautiful fish and has been with me for 2 years now. Unfortunately, her aggression became too much for my other fish. I knew when setting up this tank that the fish would eventually outgrow the tank, and the aggressive nature of the species could require a rehoming situation. The good news is the Green Terror is doing much better now and seems to be fully healed. Also, the Jack Dempsey has regained tank boss status and has more color than ever. The 3 fish in this tank don't display too much aggression, so I'm confident that they will be fine together and be much healthier as a result. On another positive note, the future for these fish is extremely exciting. If you watched our custom aquariums tour last month, you saw my brand new huge tank that I'm adding to the classroom. This 110-gallon custom tank is going to be replacing the 75-gallon here with the Jack Dempsey, Green Terror, and Convict going in it, along with my other Jack Dempsey that's currently in my 29-gallon. I will also be adding some brand new fish.
Oh my God! Okay, it's happening. Everybody stay calm.
All right guys, so here is the ultimate plan for the new classroom aquariums. Here we have the brand new 110-gallon. It is just sitting there for the time being until I have time to set it up. Where this will be going is where the 75-gallon currently is. The fish in the 75-gallon will go into the brand new tank, along with the juvenile Jack Dempsey here. This guy's doing really well in the 29-gallon. He's super pale. I totally blame the white pool sand here. But I have seen this guy colored up and he is remarkable. So he will be going into the new tank with the Jack Dempsey, Green Terror, Convict. This tank will then be moved there where the 110 gallon is. And then the 75 gallon is going to be moved where the 29 is.
Position myself right there. Boom, click and go back this way. Boom, here, click and go that way.
So we got to move 3 tanks. So I'm gonna need some manpower. Luckily I coach football.
You blitz all night.
They are going to help me do that. Then just kind of moving on down the list here. We still have the 55 gallon with Felix the flower horn. She is a short-bodied flower horn and she is a female. My students named her Felix before we knew that she was a female. She's doing quite well in the 55 gallon. Tons of personality for my students. And then the 29 gallon will now be empty without the Salvini or the crayfish in it. So I don't really know what I'm going to do with the 20 gallon. I don't know if I will get a bigger tank for it or just do a whole new stocking. If you have any recommendations, definitely leave those in the comment section. So yeah, I'm really excited about the future of how this classroom is going to look. I think with the 110 gallon against the wall there, it is the biggest tank that can possibly fit in my classroom. That is why I went through custom aquariums. You can see that this table that it's sitting on is just about 5 feet long. So guys, I'm super excited to get this set up in the next few weeks. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss any of it. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you next week.